After 16 plus years of mixing music from home, from my first dingy basement setups that were almost laughable, all the way up to the studio that I have today, I have belonged to most of the membership sites that you probably see ads for on a regular basis. Some good, some bad. Either way, I want to tell you my honest opinion of all of them so that you don't waste your money. Full disclosure, I have my own membership site, and at the end of this video, I'm going to be telling you why it's much different than a lot of the sites that you see out there. First of all, I want to talk about one of the biggest and most advertised, PureMix.net. This will be the biggest letdown for anyone who is trying to learn how to produce music from their home. They certainly have a lot of content, but is it all good? And is it helpful for beginners? And the answer to this is no and no. One of the first videos I watched on this site was start to finish pop punk with Fab DuPont. By the end, I was shocked. The final mix turned out so amateur that I'm sure most of the people watching this video could have turned around a better product if they were working out of a studio as nice as that one. The recording process was fun to watch, but Fab barely put any work into the mix. I'm talking like none at all. And if you already own a PureMix membership, I'm sure you've already realized that most of Fab's videos are basically useless. This site seems to be more about quantity over quality. Now, there are some really good tutorials on this website, but they are far and few between. The problem with a lot of these sites are the same. It does a beginner no good to watch Chris Lord-Alge mix pristine, professionally recorded tracks on his outboard gear. Beginners need to be shown how to make their home recorded kick drums sound good, how to make their amateur vocalist sound like a pro using plugins. And this site will not show you how to take your home recorded tracks and turn them into a professional product. A current site that I'm subscribed to is Mix with the Masters. This is a great site for people who have been mixing for years and have put in their 10,000 hours. The videos on this site are a lot shorter compared to a lot of the other sites, and their videos go into more big picture and advanced mixing techniques. So there aren't as many detailed walkthroughs. Again, if you're a beginner, you typically want to see the whole mix in detail from the kick drum down to the master bus, and you want to see what's going on all these tracks. This site's not really going to do that for you. But if you're already a pro level engineer, this site could be great for you if you want to geek out on some audio and peek behind the curtain on some well-known mixes. Pro Studio Live is a site that caters to English as well as Spanish speaking engineers. This was actually one of the first sites I belonged to. And it had a couple great tutorials. One in particular was entitled Rock Mixing Session with Bob Horn. To this day, this is one of the best mixing tutorials I have ever seen. Also, anytime you see Bob Horn's name on a tutorial, it's usually very good because of how detailed this guy is. And he mixes 95% in the box, so it's great for home studio engineers. But I can't give this site a good review for one video. To be honest, they barely have any content and they haven't posted a new video since 2018, I believe. And again, all the tutorials are working with pristine tracks recorded by professional musicians in big studios. So this site won't show you how to take your home recorded tracks and turn them into a professional product. Now let's get to the good stuff. The site that helped me more than any other site was Hardcore Music Studio. Now I don't even mix hardcore music, which is what Jordan mostly mixes, but Jordan Valeriot's teaching style is incredibly simple. If you don't believe me, check out his YouTube channel. Now, although I usually don't work with this style of music, Jordan shot my mixing skills through the roof, and I've taken a lot of techniques from him. But our teaching style is very different. He puts a huge emphasis on tracking, where I like to put a huge emphasis in the mixing stage. Not all of us have the money to go out and book a big studio when it's time to track a band. And this is typically what Jordan does. But we are working out of our homes using equipment that we can actually afford and recording in the rooms in our house. We can record tracks to the best of our ability, but at the end of the day, we need to know how to turn home recorded tracks into a professional mix. And in my membership, Masters of Home Recording, I use nothing in my tutorials besides home recorded tracks. And all these tracks were recorded with amateur musicians using equipment that you can actually afford. In the home recording world, we don't always start out with the best sounding tracks. But in my membership, I show you how to take these tracks and turn them into a polished product. And that is most likely what you're struggling with. So if you want to check that out, you can sign up for your 14-day free trial. The link should be in the description. Happy mixing, guys. Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure and go grab a copy of my home studio mix guide with your go-to EQ and compression settings for all your tracks. And also go ahead and register for my online mix training that I hold a couple times a week so that you can learn how to turn your home recorded tracks into a professional product.